makes them pay.
Set feet. Bang!
What game is this? This is incredible. Hook. Delightful. Wow. Too strong.
Now Melbourne goes, and Melbourne gets the bucket. Circus basketball to Roof.
Cole. Yes!
Hello and welcome to Geelong Arena for Sunday afternoon hoops, where Geelong United take on the Adelaide Lightning to close out round 6 of the Signet WNBL season. Adelaide will be hoping Lightning strikes twice in Victoria this weekend, backing up from an inspiring win against Southside just 2 days ago as they look to climb off the bottom of the ladder, while Geelong will be keen to bounce back from a disappointing loss to Sydney last week. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion and Southside Flyers captain Beck Cole. Beck, so great to have you here for what's going to be a fantastic game of hoops.
It is. We have two teams wanting to climb their way up the ladder, so this is going to be an important match for both of them, and I think we're going to have a game that goes down to the wire.
Absolutely. Cannot wait for it. So much to look forward to this afternoon as we take a look at the round 6 fixtures so far this weekend, and what a round of basketball it has been, Beck. I feel like every game that we play is just so crucial, and fortunately you have to see that you got a loss against Adelaide a couple of nights ago. What made them so difficult to match up at?
They were really great. I think their record that shows on the ladder is not a replica of how good their team is. Their starting five has two great imports, one from the WNBA, 2 Olympians, and then you have a couple of girls coming off the bench that have been in the WNBL for a while. Their ball movement was great. They were forcing rotation, getting closeouts, and then, yes, they played on Friday, but all you need is one win to get that team rolling, and look, we may have done that for them.
Well, we'll certainly see what happens this afternoon. A big challenge for them coming up against Geelong United, who are just really keen to get back on the winners list and atone for a disappointing loss against the Flames last week. They'll also take confidence away from having beaten Adelaide back in round 3, and they get a big player back out on the court today in Mon Conti. How exciting to see her back.
It's so awesome to see Mon back in the lineup, playing back on the basketball court instead of the footy field. But like you said, they will have that confidence knowing we have beaten Adelaide before. They've been able to have a week to really prepare for Adelaide. So I think we see Keely Froling here. She's going to be a big part of that, and Geelong to be successful here today.
Absolutely. Keely Froling continues to get the job done, averaging the 13.5 points per game this season. And Megan Huswaite is courtside for us this afternoon, as she recently caught up with the Geelong coach, Chris Lickis.
Well, Chris, you've had a horrible run of illness go through the group over the last few weeks. Is the bill of health clean today?
Oh, look, there's still a couple lingering on, but, at the end of the day, we've just dealt with it and just keep moving forward.
Well, speaking of moving forward, an exciting addition today in Monique Conti. What does she instantly add to this young group?
She brings energy, she brings a positive feel to the group, and been hanging out, waiting for her, and, she'll play a little bit, and hopefully she can impact the game.
We can't wait to see her out there today. Thanks, Chris, for your time. Good luck.
Thanks very much.
To think Mon Conti back out onto the court after winning a 7th consecutive AFLW club best and fairest, of course, won for the Western Bulldogs when she was a teenager, and has now won the last 6 at Richmond. As we turn our attention back to the Adelaide Lightning, 2 games in the space of 2 days for them, and they really needed to respond against the Flyers. I'm sorry to keep reminding you of it, Beck, but they needed to respond. They did, and they just are full of confidence at the moment.
They are. Like we said earlier, the ball movement was really great. It was awesome to see Izzy Bourne really be able to have more touches, put points on the board, and their ball movement was just really great. They were getting penetrators 2 feet in the key, making the extra pass. And then you have the likes of Turner, who she is a block machine, and I'm sure she's going to bring out the invitations to Block City for the block party tonight. But she just changes the game, and if we were double teaming her, she was making the extra kick. They played a pretty brand of basketball, and like I said, all it takes is for you to get one win to get, you know, your team humming and really get that flow. So for me, they're going to be filled with confidence, and I think it might be a little bit scary tonight.
Yeah, they were incredible. They put on 97 points against the Flyers and shot 48% from three-point range as well. They absolutely brought the scoring power. Let's head into the Adelaide camp now because Megan is with their coach, Natalie Hurst.
Well, Nat, it had been a horror few weeks, but you got back on the winners list on Friday night. Has it put a pep in the players' steps?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they work their butts off every single day, so to get some reward in that, you know, it can only help, right?
Defense has been a cornerstone for the Lightning this year, best in the league, but the offense got going on Friday night. How pleasing was that, and where did it stem from?
Oh, look, we've got, you know, talented players on our group, and we just we haven't been able to find our flow together. And I think it was, you know, the best game, our ball movement in that game, our willingness to make a play for ourselves, make a play for our teammate, and let the ball do the work. And, you know, hopefully we see more of it.
Thanks for your time, and yeah, hopefully we see more of it today. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks to Megan and Nat downstairs for us. Beck, and you touched on it earlier, the rebounding power of Bree Turner and Keely Froling as well. They're number 1 and number 2 in the competition for rebounds, so that's going to be a great battle to watch this afternoon.
It will. That is a matchup that you love to see as a viewer of the women's game, is two athletes just going at it, and both of them, they're feisty, especially Keely Froling on her home court. She's their captain. She's going to want to bring that energy for her team, and we see they're getting double digits. That's what they're averaging, so it's really impressive, and that's something, though, that gives their team a second chance of getting opportunities, and those little things mean a lot to teams in this stage of the game.
It's only a few moments away from tip-off here at Geelong Arena. I'm going to get a tip from you, Beck. What do you think is going to happen this afternoon?
I think it's going to be a 40-minute grind. I feel like Adelaide, though, will be coming off confidence. I'm not a gambling girl at all, nor am I allowed to be. But
you sound like a fence sitter.
I'll go Adelaide today.
Okay, all right. So Adelaide looking for back-to-back wins. Both these teams are looking for their 3rd win of the season. So the starting 5 for Geelong. Mon Conti is starting in her first game of the season for United and in her club debut as well. Of course, Geelong being a new franchise. So the starting 5 for United: Brett, Hank, Jones, Conti and Froling. And for the Lightning, Talbot, Borlase, Turner, Dean and Bourne. So much to look forward to this afternoon. It's the final game of the Signet WNBL Round 6. It's going to be the visitors in the Lightning with first possession through Dean. She's been a wonderful acquisition to their side this season. And here is Steph Talbot. He's damaging as ever. Trying to find Turner. It was knocked out of play and will remain with Adelaide.
And I already like this matchup with Steph Talbot and Hayley Jones as well. They've both played in the WNBA. They're both long and athletic, so that will be another one to keep our eye on for today's match.
She's on cue. Steph Talbot gives it off to Bourne from long range for the first bucket of this afternoon. How about that to get us underway?
Picking up where she left off on Friday night. United actually in a zone off the baseline play, but you need to make sure you're finding your shooters if that's the case.
Here's the first look at the United offense. It's knocked out of play by Adelaide. So Geelong going down by 35 points to the Flames. They'll be really disappointed with that as we get another look at that as Jones puts one up and in. And Geelong get on the board. To the action early, off to Dean for 2. Bounces off the rim. It's brought in by Froling. He gives it to Mon Conti, playing her first match, as we've touched on, fresh off a 7th consecutive AFLW best and fairest. She's had a turnover early, although United will get it back. Long range shot there from Brett.
You can tell that both teams are just getting their 2nd win now. Sometimes when you go into the first quarter and it's very quick transitions, up, down, you get a few turnovers. You just need to settle into the game, get your 2nd breath.
Both these sides hungry for victory this afternoon. You can already see that in the opening couple of minutes. As Bourne pulls the trigger again for 3. It's no good. Good defense from Talbot, but it comes the way of Brett in the corner. Can't get it to go. And there's been a foul.
Both teams getting great looks on the three-point line early. Sometimes if you miss a couple early, then that's the next play phase. Hey, let's get 2 feet in the paint and let's just see one go through the hole. But here we go, 2 teams going at it. It's a physical game this season, that's for sure.
So Geelong coming into today with a 2-4 record. Adelaide 2-5 as Dean feeds Turner. Great team play. An early 3-point lead to the Lightning. I must say, look pretty fresh after playing just 2 days ago.
They sure do. At least it was a little drive and not a long plane trip.
That is true. It's Froling for 2. The glass no good. Comes down the way of Borlays, who wants to take on Jones and Froling. It's good defense by United. Jones takes it down the floor. Froling off the glass, getting in on the action early.
And great inside seals from Froling there. Early in transition. Once she's deep like that, you can't move her. So that was great offensive transition by United.
Of course, these 2 teams meeting earlier in the season. It was Geelong who got up that day. Pretty close contest, and you might see the same again this afternoon. Turner for Talbot. Out to Bourne for 3, and good overboard from Borlays. Back to Talbot. Really too hot for Bourne. Maybe Geelong with possession. What does Monconti bring to this Geelong United side? Of course, first time we're seeing her in action this afternoon.
Chris said it in his interview earlier. She's just such a positive vibe within the group, but also she just really brings that energy. She's super quick, as we know. So on offensive transition, she'll get the ball down really quick. She's also good with leadership, being in that point guard. You're the general for the team, and as we know, she can get hot. So if she sees 1-3 go down early, she'll be one to watch.
Here's Borlays for Adelaide. Froling for company. Gives it off to Bourne. And again, just comes a little bit unstuck. So defense in the last few minutes here by Geelong. Adelaide 5 points. So it started at a frenetic pace, and it's just kind of settled a little bit in the last couple of minutes, Beck.
It has. Both teams getting a bit more half-court plays in, finding what player they want the ball to go to and what their best shot is.
I'm going to try and feed it to Froling as often as they can. She was offline on that occasion. Dean, Turner kicks it out to Talbot. They swing it across to the corner for Borlays for 3. He's no good. But again, we see the rebounding power of Turner. Gives it back to Talbot. Feet set. She also can't get it to go.
Although Lightning missed those shots, that's the ball movement. Inside to Turner, double teamed, out to Talbot, extra pass.
And here is Conti. Looking for a first bucket. Just rattled out. Played her last game of footy about a month ago for Richmond. 7th consecutive best and fairest during the week. Just an incredible dual sport athlete. She speaks about how she plays 2 sports and she goes, well, I'm going to do it as long as I can. Well, she sells the opportunity.
Exactly, and I think it's a great inspiration for younger athletes to realise I don't just have to play one sport. I can play both if I want to, and if I'm passionate about it, I should be able to do that. So it is great that the clubs that Mon has been with have been so supportive of that, because I don't think that would happen all the time. So it's great she's had that backing, and again, another great defensive play by United there. They're just forcing some turnovers, getting deflections, which is great for them to stay in this game here.
These 2 sides just looking to settle a little bit here inside the final 5 minutes of the opening quarter, and that's come off in Adelaide hands, so it's going to remain with United.
And the Lightning just have that ability. They're so big and they're so long. You have the likes of Turner, Bourne, Talbot and Ball-Ace, who are so long and big, so you can just pack the paint.
Conti, feet set for three. It's offline. Another rebound early for Turner. Swings it across to Dean, working the baseline. Out to Ball-Ace, under pressure, looking for support. Back to Dean. Now they go inside to Bourne, one-on-one, and off the glass for two.
And great mismatch. Bourne realised that off rotation, she had a smaller like of Conti on her, so great post up and great feed inside for an easy two.
Here's Hank. Adelaide by three. Jones. Two-way. Wants to take on Turner. Just can't find the finish. Great hustle from Froling. And I think that's going to count.
Some tough work by Froling there, but that's what they need to do. More feet in the paint.
Fast transition by Adelaide, and that's two for Talbot. As we might check in downstairs with Megan Huswaite, who's courtside for us this afternoon. Megan, there's been some good news during the week on Steph Talbot.
Yeah, it's been a big 48 hours for Steph Talbot following Friday night's win. She was informed that she would be taken by the WNBA's newest team, Golden State Valkyries, in the expansion draft. She goes to her 5th WNBA club since debuting in 2017, and I spoke to her pre-game. She's really excited for the opportunities that the change will bring, having averaged 4 points, 2 rebounds and assist with the Sparks last WNBA season.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Megan. It is great news for Steph indeed.
It is, and she'll be joined alongside some of the other WNBL athletes like Veronica Burden from Bendigo Spirit. So it's super exciting to see athletes who come into the WNBL, whether you're from overseas or you're Australian, also come together in another part of the world. And look at United for three, then Dean from Lightning for three. They're shooting the lights out so far in this first quarter.
Absolutely, we certainly kicked things up a notch in the last minute or so. Couple of big triples to either side. Great contest early, Lightning by 2. Conti takes a rest. Two sides make a couple of changes. How have you seen Geelong start to their season? A little bit inconsistent, as you would expect for a new franchise?
Yeah, with a new franchise, there's so many new things happening, not just with players on the court, also just off the court. So it does take time to gel like any new team, as well as they're so young. There's multiple players in this team who haven't even played in the WNBL before. So you're now either maybe going from junior to senior, college to the pros. So it's just building confidence each and every game and staying confident within the team.
They're on the home floor this afternoon and would love to get their 3rd win of the season. Just keeps them in the mix. That ladder is so tight at the moment. You see a foul called. Going against Adelaide. Let's take another look. Here's Hank off to Shelley, pulls the trigger for 3, bounces off the rim. Dean racing down the floor to Basham, shooting them from everywhere on Friday night. Dean for 3.
One thing United, I think, need to clean up is just their defensive transition. They were lucky Lightning missed a few early, but they need to make sure someone picks up ball early and then they go and find the shooters.
Here's Hayley Jones for United. Looking for Potter, is onto the floor for Geelong. And she gets fouled.
And I like seeing Potter be aggressive early. Yes, she missed her first one, went after the rebound, and now going to the line for 2. But Geelong United do need the likes of Shelley and Potter to be involved on the scoreboard in order for them to get wins.
As Potter heads to the line, stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. And let's head courtside and check in with Megan Huswaite. Megan.
Well, 3 changes to Geelong's starting 5 today, with Hank, Brett and Conti getting the start. We've just seen Potter go to the line and Jazz Shelley come on as well. Chris Lucas looking for a more defensive mindset to start this game, making those changes this afternoon.
Absolutely. Defence will have to be the buzzword today after Adelaide put on 97 points against the Flyers, Beck.
Unfortunately, they sure did.
And I'm sorry to keep reminding you of it as Dean adds a couple more.
And that's what Dean does so good. She loves the jump shot. She's very explosive. And what a great intercept off the baseline.
Loves the steal too, just couldn't get the finish on that occasion. So they're out to a 7-point lead here. The Lightning, as Shelley looks to make inroads on the deficit. Can't get it to go, but throwing again with the O board and gets it in for 2. So final minute here of an entertaining opening quarter at Geelong Arena. Final game of round 6 of the Signet WNBL season. Each match becoming more and more crucial as Talbot from outside the arc. It's no good. Jones takes it away. Running down the floor and going all the way herself. Beautiful move.
Great crossover, and she's so long. Way to bring that back to her left hand, and a nice layup there on transition.
Margin down to 3. Talbot gives it to Basham. Works away inside. Nice shot.
And Basham's been great off the bench for the Lightning. I really like what she's brought.
Late attempt from Shelley is no good. And that's all we've got for the opening quarter at Geelong Arena. A great contest early. It's the visitors, the Adelaide Lightning, leading Geelong United 19-14 at quarter time.
Welcome back to Geelong Arena, where the Adelaide Lightning lead the home side by 5 points at quarter time. I was listening into Adelaide coach Nat Hurst's huddle. She feels the best defensive team in the league is on the back foot defensively to start this game. She also noted that they've made some great shots that haven't gone down. Monique Conti making her WNBL debut for Geelong this afternoon. She's only ever played for Melbourne-based clubs in both the WNBL and AFLW. She spent the hub season in 2020 with UBET Colts. The only time she's lived out of home, so she's moved in with Hannah Hank and Keely Froling, living out of home for the first time, and she's got a big freezer stock of Mum Simone's schnitzels to make sure that that transition is going to be smooth for her.
Megan, I was just about to say, living out of home, she would be missing her mum's schnitzels. So I love that. I know that they're in the freezer, so she's got her protein covered.
Love that as we get underway in the second quarter. Adelaide by 5 points. Laid down the challenge early to the home side. Here's Jones for Geelong. It's come unstuck. And stop here for Adelaide as Dean coughs it up. So an opportunity here through Froling, and she's called for a travel. Messy start to the second quarter.
And that's what Turner can do. She's just so long. Sometimes it makes you second guess your first shot and you're now going to your second option. But we heard Nat Hurst said she wasn't happy with her defensive team, but both teams have kept each other under 20 points. So for a first quarter, you have to be happy with that, but it shows how much they demand of each other.
Lightning through Bourne. Tough shot, great execution. Adelaide in that opening quarter, 5 individual scorers. They had 7 to quarter time last week, so they've been a great defensive side all year. The last couple of weeks, their scoring power has really come to the fore. But it's the defensive end where Coach Nat Hurst wants them to tighten up a little bit in this second quarter as Raider sends it forward looking for Froling, but it's knocked out of play. And it'll be a Lightning ball.
And both teams with a few turnovers early. Lightning with 6 in the first quarter, which isn't like them, so I'm sure they'll be wanting to clean that up.
It's Turner swinging it across to Bourne in the corner. Comes up short. Shelley takes it away to Raver. Open for 3. Can't make it count. 7 points the way of Adelaide. Bourne up to 7 points for the Lightning. Dean with 6. Turner already 6 rebounds. And the two sides make a couple of subs. So what's going to be important for Geelong in this second quarter, Beck? How do they kind of get the match on their terms?
They need to make sure that they're firstly getting stops. So coming out of this timeout, normally teams like to go for 3 stops in a row. So can they look to come out and get it done on the defensive floor? But on offense, I would love them to get a bit more of an inside presence, be aggressive, get 2 feet. If a second defender comes to you, then look to kick out. But at the moment, they're just sort of shooting 3s. They're not quite dropping for them, so they need more inside shots.
So heading to a timeout with the Lightning up by 7 points. And the leading point scorers for the Lightning, Bourne up to 7, Dean with 6. Turner also with 4 and 6 rebounds as well. For United. Froling leading the way with 6 points. This timeout brought to you by the WNBL. Make sure you're following all the live stats of today's game in the free WNBL app. You can also check out game highlights, team and player info, and plenty more. So make sure you download it from the App Store today. It really is a fantastic resource. Conti back into the action for United.
And Lightning have come out into a zone out of that timeout. So I also like that change up by Nat Hurst, is keeping it junky, making United have to second guess. Are we doing a man offense? Are we in zone offense? And we see that Turner again so long against Froling there. But I like that they've junked it up and seen what United will throw back at them.
Here's Shelley. United has Basham for company, swinging across to Froling, kicks it out to Conti, and she's called for a travel as we head courtside to Megan Huswaite.
Well, two key words from Chris Lucas in that timeout. Brianna Turner, he knows that she's got her fingerprints literally all over this game, and he knows the talent of this US import better than most, as it was him that recruited her to the league first with the Adelaide Lightning in 2019.
Of course, no doubt. Would have done his homework during the week. Brie Turner just having an incredible season. Here she is on cue. Long, lanky arms, causing all sorts of headaches.
She sure does. You think that pass is open, and she just puts her hand up, and she's, you know, probably got a 7-foot wingspan. Then she jumps. So you just have to make sure you use your pass fakes or your shot fake, then to pass.
Basham for three. She's off target. Slow start to the second quarter. Geelong yet to add to their tally at quarter time. It was 19-14 at quarter time. Lightning just keeping Geelong at arm's length at the moment. We'd love to get the offensive game going here. Here's Monconti taking on Andrews, is onto the floor. Comes up short in the two attempt, but great way from Brett to win it back. Following manufacture. Wants to take on the Adelaide defense and draws the foul.
And if United are finding it hard to get points on the board right now, is sometimes what you need to do is just get inside the key, hope you get fouled, get to the foul line, but make the refs have to call something by being aggressive. So it's good to see Froling trying to take leadership here and get something done for United.
Froling makes the first attempt. Calling all sports teams, say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in their field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. So they finally get their first points of the second quarter. Geelong, they've cut the margin back to 5 points, which was Adelaide's lead at quarter time, as they move it forward through Andrews. Swing it around and ends up with Boulays for three. Great tap onto Bourne. She did turn it over in the end. Fast transition from United, and Raber takes the opportunity. And we're going to head to a timeout as Geelong close the deficit to 3 points. It's Lightning 21 leading Geelong 18. Welcome back to Geelong Arena. Things have really tightened up in this second quarter. Geelong have closed the margin to 3 points. It is Lightning leading 21-18. As Adelaide work it forward. Bourne to Turner. He wants to give it back to Bourne. Under all sorts of pressure. And it's a 3-second violation. So Geelong have come out of the timeout with a bit of hustle.
Chris Lucas will like that. United came out in his own. Again, forcing Lightning to do something different, and getting a stop is exactly what they need right now. So hopefully they can get a score on the board and chip away back at it.
Megan Huswaite was courtside lurking around the Adelaide huddle at that timeout. Megan, what did you find out?
Yes, Jess, I was lurking around Nat Hurst's timeout, and she wants to see her players weather the storm. We know it's something they've had to do, particularly in the fourth quarters over the last few weeks. They've had some heartbreaking losses, but Nat Hurst wants to see them try and get back into the game and see some more aggression at the hoop as we head into halftime.
Absolutely, consistency is key as we see Monconti get her first points of the game. A couple of moments ago, here's Jones with the spin move, delightful.
What a tough shot. She's so poised for such a young athlete, and like we said, she's a point guard back at Atlanta, and here she's so big. She's on Bourne, who plays the 4, and it's great to see that she has that versatility. I think it's a real asset to United.
Geelong is lifted. They've hit the front for the first time tonight as Jones adds a couple more. Took them on and got the finish. She's lifted. What a swing it's been now. Geelong up by 3. Adelaide now feeling the heat.
And I don't mind that foul by Conti. They have fouls to give, and just to get the pressure up on the point guard for someone who, you know, might not be as a confident ball handler. We see Dean back in as their main point guard. I like that by Conti, and it's good. Well, United are up and about. Keep that going.
Less than 5 to play now in the opening half. Great contest on our hands at Geelong Arena. Izzy Borlée is the young star. That's come off the leg of Folling. He's up to 8 points now and 4 rebounds. Bourne still leading the way for Lightning with 7 points. Here's Dean. Gives it off to Borlée. Almost to Jones, but it was out of play. So,
and United have just had really good split line help, whether that's been on defensive rotation for making sure Turner doesn't get that pass on the roll, or just getting deflections.
Talbot and Turner combined, just couldn't find the finish. So Geelong have lifted in defence. Got the match on their terms. There's Monconti calling the shots. Gives it to Frolling. Looking for support. Back to Conti. Shot clock ticking down. Conti from downtown. It's no good. Bourne gives it to Talbot. Just need a settler here, Adelaide. Go inside to Bourne. Off the left. Great stuff.
She's done that with her right hand, with her left hand. That is a hard shot to make. Bourne being impressive early in this first half.
Up to 9 points now. Margin back to 1. Lovely pass from Jones to Potter, and it rattles in.
What a perfect pass by Jones there. And a great finish by Potter.
Had to be perfect. And it was. Back out to 3 points the difference. It's Talbot working hard inside. Has 3 to beat. Kicks it out to Bourne. Feet set for a triple. Dean keeps it alive. They'll get another opportunity. Borlée to Talbot. To Dean. She can't get it to go, but they'll get another opportunity. Can Borlée on the 3rd attempt knocks it down.
And Chris Lucas will not be happy with that. They just missed 3 defensive rebounds and gave the opportunity for Lightning to get back in this. And Borlée, who they've done a great job, who hasn't scored, now sees the ball go through the hole, will get her confidence. So United just need to clean it up a bit on the boards here.
And we're heading to a timeout with scores level here at Geelong Arena, 26 apiece. And this timeout is brought to you by Ford. Ford dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia. From Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL, they've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. What a contest they've got on their hands, Beck.
It's been great. United have chipped away, and I think what they need to remember is Lightning played 2 days ago, so they're going to be a little bit tired, especially going into this second half. If they can get stops, get rebounds, they've looked great in transition in this first half, and that's where they've actually got most of their shots, and they're easy. So if they can make that a big part of how they want to play this game, that will keep them in the race.
2 games in 48 hours for Adelaide. How challenging is it, Beck, as a player, to back up and play multiple games? I think you've played 3 or you're about to play 3 in 6 days or something crazy like that. Does it ever get easier, or is it always a challenge?
No, obviously we're used to it, and as an athlete, we prefer to play games and then train. That's what we want to do, and like you said, we just had 3 games in 6 days, and you know, we came out real tight and flat against Adelaide, and sometimes that is an advantage. So that's what I would like to see United use, I guess, in their advantage here today is keep running, make Adelaide have to work.
They've had a long time, Geelong, a week to think about their 35-point loss to the Sydney Flames. When you have a big loss like that, as United did, I mean, do you spend time looking at the tape and watching the replay, or do you just try and move on as quickly as possible?
It's a little bit of both. Of course, we have to watch the game, and we'll go through the scout and the film with our coaches, and you see, what things we did well, what things we need to work on and improve for the next game. But you can't wallow in that for too long because you have someone coming up in a few days. So sometimes waiting a week after a 35-point loss is a killer, but they've come out here and they're having a good first half against Adelaide.
And they've got the match on their terms here in the second. Talbot looking to respond for the visitors, rattles out. Thank for the rebound off to Jones. Geelong by 2. Jones goes herself, but is denied by Turner. Once more, she is formidable. Take a look at the Amy replay. Bree Turner says, not today.
And she just times it perfectly. She doesn't reach or try foul. She just waits till you're up in the air and, yeah, best in the league, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Here she is again. This time keeps it alive, but turns it over at the final moment. Hank looking to put it on the board. She can't. She'll get it back from the exact same position. No worries this time.
And now United on the other end doing a great job getting their offensive boards for second and third shot opportunities.
Geelong now out to a 4-point lead. They trail by 5 at quarter time. Great contest here. That's a foul. 2 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Geelong came into today with a 2-4 record. Adelaide 2-5 thanks to their win against Southside on Friday night. And to make it 2 wins from 2 matches in 2 days in Victoria. Got a fight on their hands this afternoon. A bit of miscommunication there from Dean and Talbot out of play, and it'll be Geelong with possession. Here's Shelley for United working on Dean, and finds a way through and finds the finish.
A great move by Shelley there. She was going down the court on her right hand. Dean overplayed her. A great behind the back move down to a little floater in the middle of the key. So that's a nice play by Shelley there.
And we're heading to another timeout with Geelong's lead now out to 6 points. And really turn things around here. Adelaide feeling the heat. This Geelong side is starting to get going. Frolling up to 8 points, as well as Jones, who's hit the scoreboard in the second quarter. Hank and Potter chipping in with 5 as well. And for the Lightning, Bourne continues to do great things, leading the way with 9 points, and Dean up to 6 as well, and 4 assists. The 2 coaches, and Chris Lucas and Matt Hurst, finding out some key messages in this timeout. What do you think they'll be saying, Beck?
I think Matt Hurst will be talking about Lightning's turnovers. They have 10 coming in up to half-time, and that's something that they were really good with against us on Friday night. Their turnovers were really low. So it's just getting back on that same page that they were a couple of nights ago, and I think that's why Matt Hurst will be a bit upset of her team, because she knows what they can produce, and they've let United slowly chip away and come back at it. But it's only 6 points, and it's only the first half. So they clean up here coming into the half and, finish the way you want to start the second half.
Megan Huswaite was around the Adelaide huddle at that timeout. Megan, what did you hear?
Well, Beck, that was the message from Nat Hurst. She wants to see them clean up their ball handling, and she just said, guys, we're better than this. We know that they are defensively better than this, as another thing goes against Adelaide here on the eve of halftime.
They're just a little rattled at the moment. Do the Lightning. Credit to Geelong. And they've lifted the pressure, lifted the intensity in the second quarter. And have a nice handy buff up. With a minute to go, looking to add more to the scoreboard. Shelley Goes inside to Hank. Showing some aggression. Couldn't get the bucket. Adelaide take it away through Borlays, a slight fumble. Gives it to Dean. Share it around the arc. Ends up with Talbot. Gives it to Turner for 2. United take it away to Jones. And Dean's called for the foul.
And a smart foul by Dean there just to slow Jones down, and she is smaller compared to Jones.
Hank trying to keep it alive, gives it to Jones. Just calling for a bit of calm to Hank. Shot clock ticking down, so Brett will fire from long range. Can't get it to go, but Shelley gets the rebound, skirting the perimeter. Now they reset and go again. To Brett, will she go for it again? Instead gives it to Jones for 3. Again, another opportunity goes begging. And that'll do us to half-time. So what a great contest we have at Geelong Arena. It was Adelaide by 5 points at quarter time, but the home side Geelong have turned things around in the second quarter to lead 32-26 at half-time. Beck, what a great game of hoops we've got.
We have. United must be really thrilled with their first half. Keeping a team under 30 points in 20 minutes of basketball is a really great achievement. And Lightning is still doing just as good a job, but both teams cleaning up the turnovers. That will help going into the next half. But again, this is a game where 2 teams want to climb the ladder.
Absolutely, and particularly after Adelaide piled on 97 points on Friday night as we head courtside and check in with Megan Husway.
Well, Hayley Jones has helped turn the momentum for Geelong in the first half. Where did the momentum switch come from, Hayley? Was it from the defensive end?
It was definitely from the defensive end. I think we just got more aggressive. Chris had to call a timeout. We were allowing old boards, and that was one of the main focuses for today was one possession. So we really just had to focus on boxing out. I think when we get it and go, we look great. All 5 positions at one point could take it and go, so it's hard to stop us when we're in transition.
We're loving what we're seeing from you in this game today. You played with a smile on your face. How much are you enjoying being here in the WNBL?
I'm loving it. I mean, I love the program. I love the girls. I love the staff. And I think playing here in Australia, it's giving me a new edge to my game, getting to play against different types of competition. Everybody's quick. Everybody can switch. So I think it's really helped me grow my game, and I'm just loving the game again.
We love to see it. We'll let you get into Chris Lucas. You don't want to be late.
Never that. Thank you.
Hayley Jones from the Geelong United team who lead the Adelaide Lightning by 6 points at halftime. We'll have all the first half highlights and analysis on the other side of this.
But they turn us off. Yeah. They got our backs. They do. I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, I agree with what's cool to play most of the time. No one likes training. It's just so hard to get up every time.
It was part of our achievements within our basketball community, we're excited to present a number of Victorian Country Commission Awards which recognise the dedication and hard work of our associations, referees and individuals who continue to elevate the sport. And these awards are being presented today by David Huxtable, General Manager of Basketball Victoria. Give him a big round of applause right in the centre there. And first up, we have the 2024 Association of the Year Award for Outstanding Achievements, and the recipient is the Bellarine Peninsula Basketball Association. This award is being presented by their president, Gary Thompson. Their leadership and vision have made a remarkable impact on the association's growth and success. Big round of applause for the Bellarine Peninsula Basketball Association of their award. Next up is the 2024 Association Referee Program of the Year. That goes to Geelong United Basketball for their commitment to developing a leading referee program. This award is being accepted by Emily Toro, who has been a driving force behind it.
Halftime at Geelong Arena, and it is the home side to turn the tables in that second quarter. Geelong United overcame a 5-point deficit at quarter time to take control, and they lead by 6 points at the main break, 32-26 over the Adelaide Lightning, looking to make it 2 from 2 in 2 days here in Victoria after beating Southside on Friday night. A huge second half of basketball to come. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion Beck Cole. Beck, as we take a look at some of the halftime highlights, what did you make of the opening 2 quarters of basketball?
I think both teams got off to a bit of a rusty start, but then they really settled into the game. And as Jones said at halftime in their interview with Megan, that they really wanted to play one possession at a time, make sure that they got rebounds and they got stops. And what was great, I really liked them in transition. They were looking good, and Jones was a big part of that. And Adelaide, we know that they're not playing to their best of their ability right now, but when they get that ball moving, they look inside to Turner. They're making the defense get on rotations. They look good, so I think we should keep an eye out for Lightning and the way that they will start this second half.
Yeah, it's been a really intriguing clash so far. Of course, Geelong coming off a disappointing loss by 35 points to the Flames. Lightning coming off an inspiring win, and you sort of feel like both sides have an extra gear or two to go to in the second half. Hard to kind of know where this one's going to go as we take a look at some of the halftime stats. What stands out for you?
I think for me, Bourne has really come off a confident game against my team with the Flyers, and I loved seeing her come into action, shooting her shot. She's a great three-point shooter. As well, Jones and Froling, they've been great leaders for their game at United, and I think they will need to keep that rolling for Geelong. And of course, who do we see? Turner again at the top of the rebounds. She's been great, and I just think both teams need to really make sure that they're locking down on defense and that they're executing on the offensive end.
Hayley Jones, such a bubbly character as well, brings so much energy on and off the court. She really lifted in that second quarter and turned the tide for Geelong United, sitting at 8 points now and 4 rebounds, so really starting to find her game.
She has, and she said she's really loving playing here in the WNBL, building her confidence. And again, it was only her second season in the WNBA with Atlanta Dream. So you don't get as many minutes over there. You're still young, finding your game. And now she gets to come over here, play her game. As we see, the points are great, the rebound. She's so tall and versatile. She's a big asset to United. And it's just great to see the imports come here, come to Australia and fall in love with the game just like we do, and how great our brand of WNBL basketball is.
Yeah, absolutely. We love seeing her enjoying time down under, and we love seeing her out there doing her thing. Hayley Jones putting together a nice first half for Geelong United. And you may also notice today that players from both teams have a purple band around the top of their singlet. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. This season, the WNBL, its clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough. A life free from violence is possible, and when everyone plays a role, real change happens. So learn how you can be a part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia, and we certainly encourage everyone to check out the details on your screen. So halftime here at Geelong Arena, and it is the home side who lead by 6 points, 32-26 over the Adelaide Lightning. As we take you to the break, let's check out the Dream Courts plays of the round from round 5.
Now I'd like to see some actions going into the key.
Mejia took her off the dribble. Count it, Letitia Mejia to the line.
What a move.
Flips it up and flips it in. Might have been Abby Ellis, I apologise. Tough take.
Great, oh my word, can you believe what we just saw? Reverse layup at pace. Who feeds Burton. The moves on display from Veronica Burton. She's in some serious scintillating form.
Loose pass, turnover. They gave it right back, Adelaide. Mansfield from the wing, off back iron. Woods, up, under, count the points. Courtney Woods, the hero in Adelaide. And the Townsville Fire, highway robbery.
That is a good decision by Borlace. Came off of that pick and roll, saw that the defender had sagged off and was a nice little pull-up jumper.
The last season, I think we had a really strong back end of the year. I think we're building a strong core, and having Izzy Bourne back, Steph Talbot and Brianna Turner as our core group. Super fast, playing in transition, but I think we're bringing in a solid point guard this year, so I think we'll be able to control our tempo. I think we can do some pretty exciting things. Last year we didn't have Steph in the team, and I think that enabled me to step up, but I am looking forward to, obviously I'm still going to try and help the team out in different ways. I think I've learnt a lot over the past couple months, so I think I'll be able to bring that experience to the team.
We welcome you to the WNBA Draft 2024. With the 20th draft, the Atlanta Dream select Isabel Borlase from Australia.
It was amazing to be drafted at number 20. So I had all my family with me. Basically had everyone in the room who was important to me, and that was super special. I was just sitting on the couch. It was pretty low-key. It's in the morning because of the time difference. I'd worked hard for that, and to hear my name get called out was super special. The Olympics were amazing. It was a pretty intense environment, and it was a level of basketball I'd never been a part of before. I was extremely nervous as well. I think I've got friends for life now, and being a part of that special group, I think it made me respect those players in that team so much more, because seeing what they were able to do to get on the court every single day and perform was amazing, and I think I learnt a lot, and I hope to be able to bring that back to the team. I'm pretty quiet. I like being around my friends, particularly I like hanging out with friends who aren't basketballers. I think just being around my family and friends, they keep me balanced level. The most important thing for me is just having things to do on the outside, because if basketball's all too consuming, that gets very overwhelming. So having little things to do on the outside, like seeing friends, having a little side job, things like that definitely helps me make my life feel a lot more normal.
Oh, she's a young superstar on the rise, is Izzy Borlase. She has sporting royalty running through her veins, and we love seeing her do her thing out there. As we get set for the second half of Signet WNBL action, it is Geelong by 6 points over the Lightning as we get the third quarter underway. A big second half to come as these two sides look to find their third win of the season. And let's check in courtside with Megan Huswaite, who was busy at halftime in both camps. Megan, what did you find out, and what were the key messages?
Well, I spoke to Adelaide coach Nat Hurst, and she said simply they are playing on Geelong's terms at the moment. They want to turn that around. Just the 26 points in the first half from Adelaide, but a positive they might be able to take out of that is there's been just 5 points between 2024 Paris Olympian Steph Talbot and Izzy Borlase. Also caught up with Keely Froling. We spoke about the sickness that has been through Geelong's camps. Keely has overcome a sinus and inner ear infection to get back out there today. And the message from Chris Lucas in the Geelong camp was stick with the defence and grind that defence out in this second half.
Absolutely, thanks Megan, and Beck, it certainly is been a feature of their first half game, Geelong Adelaide. I hate to keep mentioning it, but they did put 97 points on Southside, your side, on Friday night. So to have them be only 26 points at half-time is a really great effort.
It is, and United have definitely shown in this first half and coming out into this first three play phases that they are a great defensive team, and Adelaide will, they shot at 48% the other night, that's a great shooting percentage. So for them, it's just keep the ball moving, get it through people's hands, and like Megan said, only 5 points between Borlase and Talbot, and they're such offensive threats. So it is a 40-minute game for a reason, and I think we'll see them come out of their shells in this second half.
Yeah, shooting at just 14% from three-point range, Adelaide today, after you said shooting at 48% on Friday night. If they can get a couple of those flowing, it will certainly turn things in their favour. But at the moment, Geelong are getting the job done. Haley Jones couldn't find a finish, so a couple of missed opportunities to start the third. What can Borlase do? Under pressure. And that's great defense from United, and Conti takes it away. Hectic start to this third quarter. Jones had a great first half, gives it to Froling, and that's great team play as Hank gets the job done. And we're heading to an early timeout here in the third. And it is Geelong who have come out firing in the third quarter. They lead 34-26 over the Lightning.
stay with it, okay? Hold this for the next 5 or 6 minutes, okay? Really aggressive. You come off it, okay? No hand back. You flare, put you in the pick and roll. See how you get out of it, okay? Great work on both legs.
Welcome back to Geelong Arena. Coming out of an early timeout in the third. Geelong picking up where they left off in the first half. And they get another stop here as well. Beck, they've come out firing.
United have Chris Lucas will be really happy with his team. They have just been getting stop after stop and running on trans. Yes, they've missed a few shots there in transition, but they're looking great on the defensive end.
8 points now, the lead. They trail by 5 at quarter time, led by 6 at half time. And appear to be full of running at the moment in the third. Talbot off to Turner for 2 and just comes up a little short. Sweeping pass from Conti to Brett. Wants some support, gives it back to Jones. Just feeling it at the moment. Gives it to Frolling off the glass for 2.
And great mismatch. United were in a horn set with 2 bigs high. They switched and then Jones saw that Frolling had the mismatch of ball lace on her, so that it was a great read by United.
Geelong on top, they lead by 10 points over the Adelaide Lightning as we check in courtside with Megan Husway.
Well, that time out, Nat Hurst asked for what we just saw from Brianna Turner to see some confidence in executing the offensive mindset. They feel like they're down by more than they are, but in saying that, they still have kept Geelong to 36 points. But given they've scored just 28, the margin to Adelaide feels a lot more right now. And that will help.
Oh, absolutely. As Borlase and Conti, 2 of the young guns, collide.
And what I like to see is Lightning, you feel like you're in a bit of a rut. Dean got up on the ball, applied some pressure to Conti, forced a turnover, then they get their transition game happening. And your offense comes from your defense. So I think if Lightning can really lift up their energy and intensity on the defensive end, they might find that offense just comes a bit easier.
Borlase at the line. Adelaide just looking to try and settle here in the third. That will certainly help. 2 from 2 at the line for Borlase. And they cut the deficit back to 6 points, which was the margin at half time. That margin, that scoreboard just staying even though you do feel like Geelong just are on top and have the momentum. I feel like they have the energy out there at the moment. As Hank can't find the finish. Great work to get it back. Second attempt's no good. It spills away. Brett, who finally gets it done for 2.
And Hank has just been great with second efforts, working hard on both ends of the floor. She's been a great asset again for United tonight and what she's been able to bring on the floor.
Here's Dean for the Lightning. And has turned it over. Geelong looking to punish them the other way. Jones for Brett, and that's come off United, so it's going to be an Adelaide ball. I feel the intensity out there at the moment. We're talking off air, Beck, about just how important that this game is. So Geelong and Adelaide looking for their 3rd win of the season, which would put them level on the ladder in the wins column, the south side, and Sydney Flames, who are in 4th as well. So that's just how tight things are at the moment.
It is, and there's obviously a new team in United. A lot of other teams have changed a fair bit. So teams are just still building that chemistry and learning how to play with each other. So like you said, it's exciting. We see the ladder there. It's honestly anyone's game on any given day or night.
Absolutely. It's been a great start to the Signet WNBL season. And this game is really lifting in intensity. Geelong by 8. Low scoring, but high pressure. Dean pulls the trigger for 3. It's no good. And following with the rebound. Hands it off to Jones, who runs it down the floor. Gives it to Hank, now into the corner for Shelley. Knocks down a big triple.
And great ball rotation on transition. That was a pretty play at that offensive end.
Turner has turned it over. Still no work for Dean. And this margin starting to blow out now. Adelaide need a response. Can Steph Talbot provide it? She gets fouled. And she's going to head to the line for 3.
And unfortunately, Hank just fouling Talbot on the 3. Any coach, that's a cardinal sin. We hate that. But Dean doing a great job too, finding the paint. And Hank just getting Talbot's arm, as we see there. So Talbot going to the foul line, able to see a few shots go through the rim, hopefully just builds her confidence.
As Talbot finds herself at the line. Don't forget, for a quick and easy weeknight dinner that the whole family will enjoy, pick up a family pack of Latina fresh pasta and sauce. Ready in minutes and so delicious, there won't be any complaints at the dinner table. Find Latina fresh in a chilled pasta aisle near you. Talbot make it 3 from 3. What a quality player. And they keep themselves in touch, the Lightning. Back to 8 points the difference. Turner applying the pressure on Jones. Froling has turned it over. Is this going to be the momentum shift for Adelaide as Turner adds a couple more?
And Lightning have changed up their defence in a full court press, and the likes of Turner being on the ball with that long length, I really like it. So they can keep up that press, get some stops, hopefully turning the momentum their way.
Shelley from the corner for a second 3. It's no good. Hank, though. Great work to win it back. Brett gives it off to Shelley. Now calling for some support. Turner got a hand in there to break it up, and it's going to remain with United.
And again, Hank just working her bum off in the key. No, she didn't get the board. That won't be the stat in her name, but she got that tip out to her player. So she's just been great on working on both ends of the floor tonight.
Let's get courtside to Megan, who has an injury update for us.
Well, Izzy Borlase is just off the court at the moment with a corky. She's just had it taped up and she's just jumping on the exercise bike. So a little bit of worrying news for Adelaide, but in saying that, they have been able to score here in the last few minutes without Borlase on the court. I'll keep you updated.
Thanks so much, Megan. And here's Izzy Borlase trying to warm up that leg. Corkies are no good. They're not fun, are they?
They're not. When she went up for that transition layup and Conti fouled her, she did get up a bit gingerly, but corkies are normally a good sign, so hopefully we see her back out at the end of this quarter.
So I think she's looking a little messy out there at the moment. Margin is 6 points the way of Geelong, which was the margin at half-time. So you feel like Geelong are well on top of Adelaide. They're just keeping in touch, so they just need to stick with it here in these last few minutes of the third and hope to try and get their offensive game going and really start to put the pressure back on Geelong. Here's Pinot into the action. Belays off. Steph Talbot to Basham. He pulls the trigger for 3. It's no good. Jones races away. Gives it to Froling. Comes up short. Again, you see the hustle from United. Raver with the rebound. And Geelong have turned it over. So here's an opportunity for Adelaide.
It is. United are looking good. They're in a switching defence, which it does make it harder for Adelaide to score, as there's always just someone in front of them, and they're switching high and hard and not making it easy for them, but Lightning able to get some stops here.
Let's get down courtside to Megan for another update. Megan.
Adelaide have just had to make a really quick sub with Georgia Pinot coming into the game, with Brianna Turner running straight to the change rooms. Hopefully just a toilet break, but she's yet to emerge. I'll keep you updated in case it's anything sinister.
Thank you so much, Megan. Gosh, they couldn't afford to lose Borlase and Turner, Adelaide at the moment. So just hanging in there. Bourne gets fouled and she'll head to the line.
And a great out-of-bounds play by Lightning there. It does just kill you and your confidence when a team scores out of a baseline play, when you know the scout and they're successful, but big momentum changer for Lightning here with Bourne getting the, not and one, but still getting that 2 points for Lightning.
And they've closed the gap here to just 4 points for Lightning. Bourne couldn't complete the N1, but they'll be pleased just to close that deficit ever so slightly with Izzy Borlase and Bree Turner off the court at the moment.
And Lightning again in that press back to a 2-3 zone just to junk it up for United.
Jones trying to find her way through. That is an excellent shot. Just feeling it out there this afternoon for United. Been one of their best. Adelaide looking to respond, and that's a fantastic defensive block. I think it was Raber potentially on that occasion. It wasn't, it was Shelley. My apologies. Free attempt is no good, but Pinot wins it back as a couple to beat. I'll find a bucket. Shelley rips it away. Takes it down the court. Potter's 3 attempt is no good. And they turned it over again, Adelaide. Just a messy play. Final 2 minutes of the third. Geelong on top by 6. Just keeping the Lightning at arm's length at the moment. Here's Hayley Jones. To Rader looking inside, to Frolling. Great defensive work from Talbot, but Geelong get the foul.
And United looking very poised on that play. They got the offensive rebound, back out. Jones took control, and then a great offensive board by Potter, now going to the line.
Potter finds herself at the line. Chance to thank Foot Locker. Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate their half-century in the current kick season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL. A couple of free throws to Gemma Potter. Less than 9 seconds to go here in the third. And this contest delicately poised at the moment. Adelaide, a couple of their stars off the court, and Borlase and Turner. Here's a chance for Basham from long range. Can't get it to go.
And that was a well-executed set. Although Basham missed the shot, she was wide open, and that's what they would have been looking for.
Shelley turns it over, and Bourne is called for a travel. The United ball with a minute on the clock in the third. Great to see Bree Turner back onto the floor for the Lightning. It's Shelley to Geelong off to Conti. No club debut this afternoon. Dual sport athlete running the baseline to Shelley. She misfires for 3.
Hank again, subbed back on and finding that offensive board. She's just been an energizer bunny for me today, and just hustle and hard work.
Just had the 7 points, the 5 rebounds. So for all of Adelaide's hard work just to hang in here in the third, it's been a strong last couple of minutes from United. Just push that margin back out again. Looking to add more to the scoreboard here with Shelley. What can she manufacture on Talbot? Puts the shot up, it's no good. Bourne with the rebound. Chance late here for United. Talbot to Turner. And that'll help their confidence in the final few seconds. Great battle it's been this afternoon. Two sides desperate for a win here, just to keep themselves in contention in the top 4. Conti into the corner for Potter. A big blow on the eve of 3/4 time.
And a great extra pass from Conti. That was a good shot for a great shot, and great to see that three go down from Potter in the corner. What a way to end that.
On the three-quarter time buzzer, how about that from Potter? Geelong have the confidence as we turn for home. They lead Adelaide 48-39 at three-quarter time. Three-quarter time at Geelong Arena. Billy Jones in the thick of the action for United as they see themselves 9 points for good at three-quarter time. They lead Adelaide Lightning 48-39 with a big final quarter to come. Before we get underway, let's head courtside and check in with Megan Husway.
Well, good news from the Adelaide Lightning bench where Paris Olympian Izzy Borlase is good to go in this last quarter. She told Coach Nat Hurst with a minute and a half remaining in the third term that she was ready to come back onto the court. She's not starting in this fourth term. Brooke Basham will get the start, but good news that Borlase is good to go. And Adelaide in an unusual position at three-quarter time because they're trailing. We know that their losses in recent weeks have come after giving up big leads. So they're chasing the opposition. We'll see if they're able to chase them down in this last term here at Geelong.
Thanks so much, Megan. Izzy Borlase took the screen just on the exercise bike at the moment. So I'd love to see her back in action soon as Raver puts up an early shot in last. Geelong by 9 points. Plenty of work for Adelaide to do in this final quarter.
Lightning are experienced, and they have experienced athletes on the floor. So that is to their advantage that when they do get in this deficit, they know how to bring it back.
Here's Basham starting this final quarter from downtown. Almost.
And again, a great defensive set by United. They will have to be happy with that one coming out of three-quarter time.
Shelley to Hank. To Conti. That's a great shot to get her final quarter underway. And the lead continues to grow for Geelong. 11 points now. Conti up to 4 points. First game off the season. They come up with another stop. A sweeping pass from Raver. Conti, quick hands to Potter. Just forced to hold things up here momentarily. Shelley trying to find her way through. Gives it off to Hank. Shot clock ticking down. Potter, feet set, fires for three. It's no good. Adelaide need to get going. Can Talbot provide the spark? Not this time. Conti. To Raver. And now to Shelley.
Great pick and roll play.
Just denied by the Adelaide defence. But it's at this end of the floor where they need to find a spark. Bourne gets fouled. And that'll help. The scoring's just dried up for them. After such an impressive performance on Friday night. There's still plenty of time left on the clock.
There is, and although United are up and the clock is on their side, you still need to keep being aggressive. You can't keep playing it safe, because that is when the other team, they can build their momentum and get things going for themselves. So United need to keep up the pressure like they have been, but when they can run, that's really good for them tonight. So we'd love to see that, especially against a full court press back into a zone, which Adelaide have shown throughout the game today.
Shelley with ball in hand, looking inside to Raver, who kicks it out to Conti. No good, but Raver with the O board and the finish. Dean fouled by Conti. Have you seen her return today on Conti?
It's been great. When you haven't played the game, I'm not sure how much training she's been doing. Obviously, when you're in footy season, she'd be playing footy, and then she's been doing bits and bobs with the team, but she's been great. I think, you know, the first couple of minutes, a bit nervous, but then she really settled into the game. She's hit some nice jump shots. She's found her teammates, and, you know, she's a great defender as well. So I've liked what I've seen for Conti, and she'll just keep growing game in, game out.
Dean, this is the triple attempt. Geelong take it down the other end. Potter working the baseline off to Hank. Great defense from Bourne, but she's given away the foul as we check in courtside to Megan.
Much needed good news for Adelaide here as subs are made. Izzy Borlase back into the game and off the exercise by Brooke Basham coming back to the bench.
Certainly is great news. Thank you, Megan, for that. Izzy Borlase back into the action for United. This game slipping away from them. Hank at the line, looking to extend Geelong's lead. There is Izzy Borlase. Corky at the moment. 2 from Hank. She's been great today, as you've touched on, Beth.
She has, and she's probably not put in this team to, you know, score that 20, 25 points, but she's in here to be a big presence inside. She'll get her points. She gets those second chance points. She's hustling, being a great defender, and her time on the court has just improved over the course of the season so far, and she just brings that energy and hustle that, you know, for a great role player, that's what you need to keep your team in games.
Here she is on cue, this time feeding Raver, kicks it out to Conti. For 2, it's no good, and a chance here for Adelaide for Steph Talbot. And great defense again from United. They continue to deny the Lightning and punish him the other way. Shelley with a big triple.
And that triple might be the nail in the coffin for Adelaide Lightning tonight.
And we're heading to a timeout here in the last quarter with 6 minutes on the clock as we get a look on the Amy replay. Feet set, pulls the trigger, bang. She loved it, and why wouldn't you? Geelong now out to a 17-point lead in this timeout in the last quarter. What can the Lightning do here? It seems to just be slipping away from them at the moment.
The game's not over. There's still 6 minutes in the game for them to chip away. They have an experienced team. They know what they need to do, but they need to get stops. If they don't get stops, they can't get back in this game. So maybe they're in a zone. I would love to see them stay in that full court press, but actually go back to a man-to-man. And if they're switching, keep the pressure on them. That's what I would love to see, but also they need to rebound. They've given up too many O boards, especially in this quarter. They need to get stops. They need to get out and run. They're an athletic team, so they need quick points on the board.
Let's get back to courtside to Megan Huswaite, who was listening in on the Geelong huddle. Megan.
Yeah, and Izzy Borlace, who's been the topic of this last quarter, was the focus from Chris Lucas. He wants to see Geelong go hard at her and penetrate at her. We saw her just running down the court. She's just a tiny little bit gingerish at the moment. And just an indication of how vocal and passionate this brand new WNBL franchise are. They were squealing in that timeout, and Hayley Jones, we spoke to her at halftime and got an insight into the character she is. She had her fingers in her ears, not at Chris Lucas's comments, I must add, but just because the noise was so loud.
Oh, you love to see that. And Geelong United, their 2 wins this year have come at home, so trying to build a home floor atmosphere at the moment. Fans will be loving what they're seeing at the moment. Margin is 15 points, less than 6 minutes to go. It's crunch time now for Adelaide, and they get an opportunity here as the ball goes out of play.
And that's great pressure again by Turner with her length and athleticism to help her team get another opportunity here at the offensive end.
Dean to Borlace with that left quad strapped. Trying to manufacture something for her side. Had to work really hard to find that opportunity. She comes up short on the 3 attempt. This hasn't been their day. Less than 5 to go in the ball game. Talbot across to Borlace. Can she knock it down? She does. Star power from Izzy Borlace.
And Lightning can get hot quick, so United need to make sure that they're still following the scout and getting out to shooters.
Shelley working on Borlace, and she stepped out of court. No, she got fouled. Taylor Froling to inbound. Broken up by Dawn, but they'll get another opportunity. Izzy Bourne today, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Turner up to 10 for the Lightning and for United. 3 players in double figures. Jones, Froling and Potter all with 10 as Brett knocks one down from long range. For Adelaide. Out to Bourne, wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. Brett sweeping pass to Conti. Back to Froling. To Jones, has a couple to beat. It's just going nowhere in the end. And he's turned it over. So some great defense shown by the Lightning.
With 4 minutes to go here, the Lightning just need to make sure that they're pushing the ball. If they can't get transition, who do they want the ball in their hands? And at the moment, I like the looks of Bourne and Turner. Dean, if she can get going with her jump shot. What plays do they want to run to get someone hot? That's what I would keep doing. Keep going to the well until it dries out.
It's 14 points the difference at the moment. Conti to Froling. Here we go. Is this the opportunity for Adelaide? Borlace takes it down the other end and goes herself. Going ahead to a timeout. The Lightning have cut the margin to 12 points. Do they have what it takes, Beck? Have they got the legs in them?
Look, they're probably tired. I feel like they have shown that today, but they have athletes who have been in this league for a while, or they're young, but they've played minutes in the off season. Borlace, an Olympian. Like she said, she's got that experience now she wants to bring back to her team. You have Talbot, Turner. It's only 12 points. If you can get some shots firing real quick, they can get in this game. But again, they need to get stops. If it's not done at the defensive end, it will be hard to come back.
Adelaide led by 5 points at quarter time. They shot into the blocks, and Geelong turned the tables in the second. They led by 6 at half time, 9 at three-quarter time. They just continue to push that margin out. Currently at 12 points, but as we know, Lightning do have some scoring power among their ranks, so Chris Lucas will be well aware of that. He knows they have to run this game out. If my lip reading skills are any good, I think I heard the word sloppy in there, Beck.
Wouldn't surprise me if it's Chris Lucas. He gets on his team. He knows what they can produce, and that was a smart timeout by Chris. Adelaide got the momentum, so that makes it stop. It makes you get the ball in your hands, settle it for your team. And again, Adelaide looking good with this full court press.
Oh, they did a lot of the good work defensively there, but Geelong still come up with it. Here's Hayley Jones. Shot clock down to 5. Let's see what she can manufacture. Working on ball A's. Can't find the reverse, and it's out of play, and it's going to be an Adelaide ball. So here we go. 12 points of difference with less than 3 on the clock as we go down courtside to Megan Husway.
Well, no surprises. Adelaide are looking to their triple Olympian, Steph Talbot, to get this lead back as she's got ball in hand now, and she puts the shot up. And that is going to help, and Chris Lucas bashes his hands together. He knows what that means for Adelaide.
Absolutely. Margin's now back to 10. So Adelaide are coming. Can they get another stop here? No, they fouled.
And sometimes what makes it easier if a team is in a full court press, obviously the point guard is swinging to come get the ball off the baseline, but instead of having a 4 or 5 man pass it in, get another guard, then you have 2 ball handlers bringing it up the floor. So that might be something that United look to change.
And they've caused a turnover here, so Adelaide with possession. 2.5 to play. Geelong's lead cut to 10. You feel everything has to go their way from here on in. They've lifted, but it's going to be a big challenge.
They have, and Geelong are on 14 fouls, so they don't want to foul anymore and give them easy chances to get back in this game from the foul line.
Dean, Turner with the rebound, great hustle to Bourne. This needs to drop, and it doesn't. Rolling with the rebound off to Conti, now to Jones. To Potter. Working away inside on Talbot, not easy to do, and Talbot comes up with a stop. Excellent defense. To Bourne, to Borlase. Can the young superstar keep them alive? It's no good on that attempt, and it's going to be a jump ball. Minute 34 on the clock as Turner's just having a chat. 10 points and 9 rebounds for her, almost double-double territory. With possession. There's Brett. He's got the calls on offensive foul going against Adelaide. And that's super costly. Here's a look on replay. Physicality there?
It is. The game is just getting more physical, and Turner might be a bit unlucky with that one, but again, a turnover and United for another chance to build on their lead.
Brett's offline. Vaughan reels it in to Turner. To Borlase in the corner, gives it off to Talbot. Tries to give it to Turner. It isn't pretty. Can Dean though get it up and in? Borlase can on the second attempt. Had to work hard for that one. And we're going to head to another timeout with 1 minute and 2 seconds on the clock. Time might be the enemy now, though, for Adelaide. Although we know how quickly they can pile on the points. And we've seen stranger things, I think, Beck.
They can. What United need to do is make sure that Lightning, first of all, don't get any three-point shot attempts up. They can get back in this game with the 3 points going in, and as well making sure they rebound and they box out and don't let Lightning get second chance points. If United can do that, and then they can use the clock now. Time is on their hands. They will come out with a win in today's game. But again, Lightning, they're experienced, they're poised, they've got players who can put points on the board really quick, and Turner's been doing a great job up the top of that press. So it will be a nail-biter in this last minute that we have here.
Into the final minute of your second game in 2 days, you're trying to chase down a side. What is the feeling like as a player in a timeout in these situations, Beck? How do you kind of inspire each other just to keep going?
Again, it's just the energy and the intensity, and that will be coming from their leaders, and the rest of the team needs to follow them. Whoever it is, it might not necessarily be a leader, but whoever is bringing that positivity and energy, follow them. And for me, for Lightning today, that's been Turner on the defensive end. It might not necessarily always be on the stat sheet, but she's been getting those deflections and helping disrupt them. So follow her lead.
Let's head courtside to Megan.
Well, there is belief in the Adelaide timeout. Nat Hurst just telling her players to trap everything, take this one stop at a time. That's not going to help. She's also just told her players that she's got one timeout left.
Okay, here we go. Final minute here. They need some triples here, Adelaide. Can Borlase provide it? Here's Dean. Time ticking away for the Lightning. To Bourne, and they've turned it over. And that's going to be the ball game. As Dean fouls Geelong with a 10-point advantage with less than 30 seconds on the clock. And it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
And great pressure by Mon Conti, as always. She is such a great defensive player. And we do see Dean not going for the ball there, just using her back and her hip to stop Brett on her way in offensive transition.
She delivers the killer blow at the line. So on a impressive turnaround from quarter time for Geelong United. Set for their third win of the season. Fouls called on Bourne. Jones will head to the line for a couple.
And Lightning are needing to foul to get the ball back. But Geelong now in the bonus, they are going to the line. So if they can make their foul shots as Jones does there, they will have this one in the bag.
Adelaide have called a timeout. 22.5 seconds on the clock. They trail Geelong by 13 points. For United, Jones 12 points, Froling 10, Potter with 10 as well. Even spread of contributors this afternoon. Froling as well, up to 8 rebounds for the Lightning. Bourne leading the way with 14 points. Borlase up to 12. And Turner with another double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds. A couple of blocks as well.
And the league has changed over time, as it always does. It's not a league anymore where 1 or 2 people can score 20 points and you win a game. It really is up to 4 or 5 people getting in double figures. You know, one person, it might be their night out, but normally everyone's sort of an even contributor, and that's really shown throughout the course of the season with each team. If you can get that 4 or 5 people with that 15 point, you're winning most games.
Speaking of days out, we saw a rare triple-double the other night with Sammy Whitcomb for Bendigo. She's putting together an outstanding season. But You need to do it by committee these days. Here's Basham for 3, and that rattles in.
And that is what Basham can do. She is a lights-out shooter, so it's great to see her come out with confidence to hit her shot.
Putting some time back on the clock. And we're going to head to another timeout. So what will the key messages be here in this timeout?
If you're Chris Lucas talking to your team in Geelong, it's get the ball in safe. Lightning will be in their full court press, so make sure that your leads, you're not just stopping and waiting for the ball, you're moving and you're catching the ball on the fly. Make sure we're clean, no turnovers. Lightning will probably look to foul. They need the ball back if they can't get a stop or force United into a turnover. So keeping it clean, keeping it sharp, and if you go to the foul line, make sure, have a deep breath, make your foul shots.
These two sides met back in round 3. It was Geelong by 6 points at Geelong Arena as well. And gosh, haven't they found the local support as well in that first season as we take a look at the ladder. So this is how important it is. Geelong in 6th, Adelaide in 7th, both with 2 wins for the season so far. A 3rd win for either side will put them level on wins with the Flames and Flyers in 4th and 5th. Having to break out the calculators are already at round 6, Beck.
I know, it's crazy, but it's super fun as a viewer and a supporter of the game, just how close it is. And Ball Lace getting a very needed steal.
Oh, Conti responds.
And that is what Conti can do. She's so, I like to call it, she's cheeky. She gets her hands in there when you don't think it's possible, and she just grabs the ball. And we saw Ball Lace being annoyed that with such a great steal, she wasn't able to get that layup.
Would have been huge, but I'll get a look here, the Lightning. They want to put it into the hands of Ball Lace, and that is why. Final few seconds here at Geelong Arena. What a contest it has been. A match full of momentum swings. Two sides desperate for a 3rd victory of the season as Froling finds herself fouled. She's the leader of this Geelong United outfit in their debut season in the Signet WNBL season. 10 points and 8 rebounds this afternoon for Keely Froling. She makes it 2 from 2, and every question Adelaide has asked of Geelong this afternoon, United have found the answers, and they find their 3rd win of the Signet WNBL season on their home floor. Geelong United take down the Adelaide Lightning 69-59. A great contest we've seen this afternoon, Beck, and Geelong really turned things around from quarter time. They trailed by 5 points, but got the match back on their terms in the 2nd quarter and just held Adelaide at arm's length for the remainder of the match. It was impressive.
It was. Obviously tonight a bit of a low-scoring game, but there are going to be games where it's just what team has really built their defensive pressure. They're getting stops, and United, they were great at that tonight. They were forcing turnovers, making it hard for Lightning to get shots. And Lightning, obviously, this is their 2nd game in 3 days, and I think United just showed some really great poise for a young team, and they had just many contributors, which is why they got the win tonight.
So Jones finished with 13 points for United. She was superb and also had 6 rebounds. Froling with the 12 points and 8 rebounds as well. They look like a side that is satisfied with the win. They know they didn't play at their best. They know they've got a lot to work on at the moment, but they get the 3rd win of the season, their 2nd win against Adelaide this year, and the other win came against Southside as well in thrilling fashion. And great to see Mon Conti back in basketball, fresh off winning a 7th consecutive AFLW club best and fairest. It's incredible to see what she is producing at the moment. We love seeing her in the Signet WNBL as we head courtside to Megan Huswaite.
I am with a happy skipper from Geelong United, Keely Froling. Find me a happier and more proud captain in the WNBL right now.
Yeah, that was awesome. I just said that, and I think that was our best team win by far. You know, everyone stepped up, everyone played a role. Defensively, I thought we were really good, and, you know, we've still got lots of things to work on, but great team win there.
How proud are you of this team? We look at today and Hannah Hank and Alyssa Brett started. Conti comes in for her first game of the year. She adds some experience. I think you had about 100 games of experience on the next player. Do people forget how young this team is?
Yeah, I think so, you know, and we just chip away all the time, and I think we forget that a lot of these girls haven't played in this league, haven't played at this level, so to get a win like that against a really talented team is huge, and to have now 2 on them is awesome.
Yeah, so you take the split on Adelaide, which could be important. Another win at home, which is fantastic. You head to Melbourne now to take on Southside on Wednesday, and you'll be sizing them up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we got them early on, but they've got better, and we're going to have a lot of confidence after this game, but focus again and hopefully go 2 in a row.
And just finally, we know how sick this team has been over the last few weeks. You yourself had an inner ear infection and a sinus infection. Hasn't stopped you from getting your double-doubles. Does a win help the health status?
Yeah, a win's the best medicine there is. And, you know, I was glad I could breathe today. So
always good to breathe. Thanks, Keely. Well done today.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great job to Megan and Keely downstairs. A very satisfied skipper indeed. And Beck, as you take a look at some of the highlights of today's game, it's, you know, when you're building a new franchise, you're building a new culture, you're building, everything is new. So you can't underestimate wins like this where you were really pushed, you were really challenged, you had to find something and you had to get the job done as a collective. So they've been really, really pleased with how they went about it today.
They would be. They should be super proud. I think Keely said it great where everybody contributed on both ends of the floor, and they are young, but for them to get the job done over such a talented team like this does provide confidence, but hopefully not too much confidence because we verse them on Wednesday.
Well, it's an amazing segue that you've just created, because I'm going to ask you about it. What notes did you write down today ahead of Wednesday night? Anything you're like, oh God, need to keep my eye out on that?
Yes, I'll be going into scout and film with my bullet points confirmed, but they're just a great team who don't give up for 40 minutes. Their rotation on defense is great, so pass fakes, ball movement, and we have to stop them in offensive transition. But they're just a team that works hard, and you need to be on the front foot. Don't let them be out physical you.
So they're now level on the ladder in the wins column with Southside and the Flames are in 4th position. So a crucial win for Geelong today as we close out round 6 of the Signet WNBL season. And this Adelaide Lightning side, a couple of games in Victoria this weekend, an inspiring win against Southside on Friday night, and you could tell they were just a little bit fatigued today, but they will take a lot of confidence out of this weekend knowing that their best is certainly good enough.
Normally, if you split a weekend away, you're super happy with it, but I think they would be upset after a confident win against the Flyers on Friday night that they didn't get the W and go home with 2 wins.
So here are the full-time stats. Jones with 13 points. Boulais led the way for the Lightning with 14, battling a corky as well. And Bree Turner doing what she does best with a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds as well. And Steph Talbot also with the 7 assists. She was crucial for Adelaide. But it is Geelong who got the job done at the end of the day. They beat Adelaide by 10 points as we head back down courtside, because Megan Huswaite has found one of the best dual sport athletes in the country.
Well, the life of Monique Conti, win a 7th consecutive AFLW Best and Fairest on Tuesday, return to the WNBL on Sunday and get a win.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's really good to sort of cross over codes, but I'm really happy that we got, well, my first win at home, but yeah, we got a really good group here, so it's always fun playing basketball, isn't it?
It is fun. It is fun when you're out there. How enjoyable was it today? We got to see yourself, Hannah Hank and Alyssa Brett start, and there was a lot of great energy. within the team, and you were able to come back from an early deficit.
I think the beauty of our team that we have here is anyone can start at any given time. Anyone can play any given role that Chris wants them to play. And I think, yeah, with the group we have, we're so young, we're so youthful, and we're so energized that when we step on that floor, we give 110%. I really think we showed that tonight. Yeah, Lisa plays a really good defensive role, and she gives us a great look offensively. So it's really good to have her on the floor as well. But yeah, anyone can provide anything that he wants us to do, which is really good.
Now, in your words, you had a bit of a break and didn't go straight from footy to basketball, a break of about 2 weeks. How much practice and ball work did you have leading into today?
Obviously, I got my hands on the basketball a little bit, but nothing too extraneous because got to make sure I have a nice little break. So had a couple weeks off, and then I had a slow rebuild into full training, and here we are.
And we spoke about this during the week, but why is it that you continue to play WNBL and not have an off season?
Obviously, the timeline kind of helps me a little bit, but I think just the love of the game and the belief and faith that Chris has in me, and he wanted me to be on his team and you know, bring really good energy and good vibes and great defensive pressure. So no, I just think playing under a coach that really believes in me made me want to come back and play. And I had a lot of fun last year, a bit off the leash, which was good to have. So yeah, saw the team he was putting together, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Great to chat to you, Monique Conti, and no doubt you'll be celebrating with one of Simone Conti's famous schnitzels.
Absolutely, yeah, and her lasagna.
And the lasagna. It's what winners deserve. Well done today, Monique Conti.
Fabulous to have Moncon back in the WNBL. She's an incredible story. She started playing in the WNBL before the AFLW was even created, and has now won 7 consecutive best and fairest in the AFLW, and then returns back here for Geelong United. As we take a look at some of the highlights to Hayley Jones this afternoon, 13 points and 6 rebounds. What did you like most about what she put out there today?
Jones just shows so much poise for a young athlete, and she's so versatile. What I love for her game in United is that she can play 1 to 4 on both ends of the floor, and she was great in transition. We can see she can throw dimes. She's a point guard that was spot on to Potter, and she's just having fun with her game. And when you love what you're doing, that's when you get the best out of yourself.
Absolutely, she was fantastic today, and great to see the home crowd support here for this new franchise, Geelong United, who are just keeping themselves in touch with the top 4 at the moment in their debut season. They bring up their 3rd win of the year against Adelaide today, as we head back courtside to the woman we're just speaking about. Megan Huswaite is with Hayley Jones.
Oh, sorry, unfortunately I'm in Monique Conti's chair. Great to see the Geelong United players signing all these team cards for their fans today. Hayley, the crowd were very loud. I mentioned in one of the last timeouts you had to sort of protect your ears a little. That squealing was very loud.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we have such a great community here in Geelong, especially all the young kids that come out and lining up to have us sign things and get to meet them. So their voices are high pitched, so I just had to cool it for a second, and once Chris started talking, I had to push through. Yeah.
You told us at halftime how much you're enjoying playing in the league, and it also helps when you get wins. How special are the wins for a team that's in its first season and building every week?
The wins are very special. I think we love it. We're really excited every time we get to come on the court because we're such good friends with everybody. So yeah, I think it's just the community here. We love playing for one another. It's really special, so I love it.
What are you working on in this season personally on your own game? We know away from game day there's lots of trainings, lots of indies, all that sort of stuff. Heading into a 3rd WNBA season, what are you working on personally?
Yeah, I think Chris recruited me here to play point guard, so I'm working on my ball handling every single day, making reads out of pick and rolls, looking to be more aggressive. But I think it's always my 3-ball. I think I'm really confident with it now, pulling it off the dribble, doing things like that. So now it's just getting that consistency up, really. So I hate missing. So when I miss one, I'm like, I don't want to shoot that again. And so now it's like, okay, I got to work through those kinks, get more comfortable shooting it, and I think my defense as well. But everything's going very perfectly.
On to the next Wednesday night, heading to Melbourne to take on the Southside Flyers. Beck Cole is in commentary today from the Flyers. Have you got a message for the captain of the Flyers?
Beck Cole, see you Wednesday. Coming for you next. I need that 2-0 sweep.
We better let you get those autographs. There are kids everywhere, Hayley. Great to chat to you today. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wonderful interview. Thanks so much to Megan with Hayley Jones down courtside signing the autographs. And Hayley Jones, she's such a bubbly character. She just fired a shot at you, Beck, but she did it with such beautiful, lovely sentiment as well.
Yeah, that's what I love about the game of basketball. Also, I love a bit of banter, so that's great. And, you know, they got one on us early in the game when we hadn't quite found our chemistry. So come to the Flyers at SBC, Hayley. I'll be waiting for you.
Cannot wait for that. So that wraps things up for round 6 of the Signet WNBL. Some pretty fascinating results there. It ends with Geelong with their 10-point win over Adelaide. And as we mentioned, a massive clash coming up next Wednesday. There you are, Beck, on screen there. The Flyers, your mob, taking on Geelong. What a battle this is going to be. We've touched on it throughout the call and your thoughts on that contest. But are you more fired up now, do you think, heading into Wednesday? Are you pumped for it?
I am. That is a great shot. I need to get that photo sent to me. But it is. Watching them play today, they were great on both ends of the floor. As Conti said, they're youthful, they're energised, and they want to come out and beat us. Every team on the ladder, like you said earlier, from 3rd to 8th, it's so close. So this game is a really important one, and for the Flyers, we need